Welcome back to Hannity. We continue with 2016 Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. I want to ask you, if you get this nomination, polls have you ahead today up 10 and 11 in Iowa. You're up by a lot in New Hampshire and South Carolina. If you get the nomination and you go up against Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden, I guess we don't know who it's going to be, or Elizabeth Warren, my question to you is, tell me why, and I've asked you before, you think you are more electable than every other Republican in this primary. Tell me how that's so. What states do you bring into play that they don't?
Well, I think I'm not only more electable, I think I'll win the election. And you saw the poll come out last week, the Fox poll, saying I beat Hillary Clinton. And I think I will beat any one of them. I think she's probably more difficult than wacky Bernie. And I think I will beat them. I mean, I will just beat them. And I'll bring states, as an example, I think I'll win Pennsylvania. I think I'll win Ohio. You saw my numbers in Florida where I'm beating everybody. I'm at 48. And Bush and you know, who was a former governor, is like at 9 or 10. And Rubio, the senator, is at 11. He's a very low number.
I've got that poll.
No,
this is the Florida
I'm at 48 in Florida.
Poll.
I think I'll win. Yeah, and plus I employ tremendous numbers of people in Florida. Florida loves Trump, and I love Florida. So I think I'm going to win Florida. I think I have a really good chance of winning New York. If we win New York, the whole ball game is over, because nobody ever even anticipates winning New York because it has so many, you know, it's so powerful in terms of the process that we're talking about. West Virginia, I heard it's like a love fest.
For you.
Because they understand my feeling toward coal and everything else. But West Virginia, Virginia, I think I'm going to win states that are not on the agenda for Republicans to win.
Did you see this intelligence community inspector general report about Hillary? On top of the 1,300 emails, they now discovered that they now have a special access program that they discovered in this new report. Every single one of those emails would represent a felony if this turns out to be true. And by the way, this was a guy appointed by Obama, confirmed by a Democratic-controlled Senate. I'm beginning to wonder if she gets there. What are your thoughts about Hillary making it?
Well, I've been saying for a while, well, it's very serious stuff, and it seems like she's being protected by the president and the Democrats, because General Petraeus has been destroyed, and I hope they don't go any further. Now they want to strip him of rank. Just leave him alone. You know, we have to fight ISIS. We have to fight trade deals with China and Japan and Mexico. We have enough fights. We don't have to strip General Petraeus. I think he's suffered enough.
I agree.
I think they ought to leave him alone. Enough. Go to another battle. Just leave him alone. We're always doing things like this, and we ought to focus on some of the problems we have, like ISIS as an example, like Iran, which is now going to be a terror. I mean, can you imagine how bad they're going to be with all of this money that we just handed them? Yep. So just leave General Petraeus alone. It's enough. But it's very serious stuff. I mean, her situation is a very grave situation. In one way, I'm upset because I really want to run against her. I would love to run against her. And you know, your own Fox polls, hey Sean, your own Fox polls have her losing to me. But I really want to run against Hillary.
You want to run against her, not the curmudgeon socialist?
What's happening.
All right, let me ask you this. You know, I don't like...
I actually...
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually would love to run against her. And by the way, the last person she wants to run against is me. And you know that. And you got a glimpse of that last week. But the last person she wants to run against is me.
You know, I don't like sore losers in life. Lindsey Graham came out today and said, you know, the battle between you and Ted Cruz, it's like being poisoned or being shot. There's palpable...
Terrible.
I mean, he didn't even have... He was like an asterisk, and maybe had 1% in his own state. I don't like sore losers. And he seems like he's bitter.
Well,
but there are establishment people that don't like you. What do you say to them if you get the nomination?
Well, a lot of people are saying the establishment people are coming my way, and they're starting to see that I'm the one person that's going to win the election. I'll win the election. I will win the election. Don't forget, I focused on guys like Lindsey Graham and knocked him out of the race, and lots of other ones who I won't mention. But I saw him today, and I said, isn't that sad? First of all, he knows less about the military. His strategy is so bad. His whole strategy with Assad and everybody else is so bad. It's so off. No wonder we've been fighting a war for 15 years. Lindsey Graham had 0 when he got out of the race. He had 0. He had nothing. Oh. In South Carolina, where I'm #1 in South Carolina, I was at 38, and he was at 1. And then he goes out and endorses Bush, of all people, who doesn't have a chance. I mean, here's a guy who's afraid to use his last name.
We're running out of time. I don't want to waste it all on him.
I think you're right. It's sad. It's sad. You're right. We shouldn't waste it on him.
If Donald Trump commits to fighting a war, Is it we go to win it or we don't go at all? Last question.
Okay. We're gonna have a strong military. We're gonna only win our wars. I don't want to go into wars. I'm a very temperate guy, believe it or not. We're going to have a powerful military. We're not going to have to. But if we go into a war, we're going to go into the war to win it.
All right. Mr. Trump, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us. 11 days, getting close.